Okay, chaos reigns today. You might hear my cat complaining in the background. My daughter's just gone back to uni and he's not happy with it. Hi, I'm Cole. I'm trying to get my shit together and be a regular poster here. Hear him? I better go and talk. Sorry, I just had to tend to him. He's a ginger cat, three-legged vagabond who just sort of showed up and decided to live with us a few years ago, and now he rules the place. So I'm going to do just update on all the things I've been doing in March. Right, here we go. I've just been falling major back in love with the Rider-Waite Centennial Rider-Waite Smith. I've needed some clarity around a few things. It always provides that for me. I feel well supported. I feel respected. I feel like it's kind of like I can readjust my clothing and just, right, I know where I'm at. Once I turn to this, I feel like I'm recentered. I use it with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun as a clarifier because, hello, look at them. I love to use this for planets, archetype of astrology, houses, the images, the guidebook, the keyword. It's a just genius deck by where's the book? Sorry, I promised myself I wasn't going to do this chaotic thing, but here we are. Oh, it's the people that did it. So you can find this deck anywhere if you're interested. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I've also been playing, so the Rider-Waite Smith for my read, clarifying and a bit more depth with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and then for advice in comes my darling, my much loved and relied upon Murder of Crows tarot. It never ever fails me to be kind, which is counterintuitive possibly by the aesthetic of it, but I find it to be really respectful and kind, this deck, to me, and helps me just get all my little duckies in a row, or my little crows in a row, and feel sorted. I don't know how else to explain that, but that's the triad that I've been playing with most recently for really important stuff that I kind of need to have my head straight about. So yeah. As always, my calming influence is, at the moment, for the last couple of months, the Line Strider's Line Strider's Tarot book is The Line Strider's Journey by Shiloh Thompson. This is my calming. It's a influence, and it's my calming messenger or advice giver. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but it's a really great one for me for work days. I work as a school counsellor, and sometimes I just like to have this calm voice before I set off in the morning. It takes me about half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on roadworks on country roads. So I'm listening at the moment to the Iliad by Homer because I borrowed it from the library and took one look at it and thought that's a hard no. I won't be reading that anytime soon, but I've started listening to it. So we'll see how that goes. So that's sort of 3 days a week how I'm starting off my work week with this, and with its beautiful pokey little clarifier for me, which is the Outgrow Yourself Oracle and Tarot. I use it only as an oracle, though I do often find the Thoth card that matches the card, because this is a Thoth-based Oracle Tarot thing. And it's a way that I can sort of deepen my understanding of the Thoth. But yeah, I feel that the Shadow and the Light, I really enjoy. This is a respectful deck as well, but sometimes, you know, it can give you a little bit of a poke or a stingy slap on the butt. Yeah, which I always appreciate. So yeah, those two are very, very well loved at the moment. Oh yeah, love. I'm sending love out. There's a lot of shit going on in this crazy ass world right now, and I'm just sending love. That's all I've got to say about that. I don't watch the news very often, but when I do, I quickly realise why I don't. Labanco Tarot is, again, a constant with its bonded pair for me, the Citadel Oracle. These guys, I have a lot of fire and air in my chart. I find that this beautifully is able to hold all of the elements in a lot of ways. Like it's certainly got that movement of fire. There's also a feeling of air, but I think it still is able to capture emotion and practical elements as well, in the mundane and stuff. So this is probably one that I turn to more because I have so much fire and air. I can get a lot of ideas rolling, and I kind of need to know if some of them are shit or not, or whether I should what I should do. And yeah, I rely on this to ground me, because while it has so much movement, it's also quite a mature and insightful deck that helps. And this little darling, when I first got it, I think I said in another video, I wasn't so sure. But the more I use it, the more I love it. I often just use the keywords, but when I do dip into the guidebook, it's often a little bit different to where I was going, and I like that I can explore both. So yeah, I think it's a lovely pairing. So yeah. Musically, I've been digging the Viagra Boys. Oh my God. And I don't know, pretty much everything else. David Bowie's been featuring again too. Love that man. Death Doula Oracle. Probably one a week, maybe. I just, you know all these, but it's really wonderful to have nearby when I do my therapeutic writing exercises and my daily morning pages, which we'll get to in a minute. Smell, swish, images. That's just one deck that I just go deeper and deeper each and every time. Lifetime deck. I've been doing daily, or not daily to be fair, occasionally every couple of days draw from this with the intention of working my way through the deck. So I'm not sure if I said that in my January, but I'm this far. I still got all of these to work through. Some of them are hitting the mark for me where I'm sitting at the moment. Others don't resonate, but that's fine. They will eventually. So yeah, I'm really quite enjoying it. I'm just in the developing a relationship phase. I've used it multiple times, but I really want to get through the whole deck and maybe a few times. And then I think I could use this as a writing prompt deck. The other deck that I'm doing this with is the Lacrimosa Tarot. I've just only really recently started a daily draw where I write about the images on the card and what it brings up for me, and what I find to be the messages in it. So I want to work through it this way and then start reading with it properly. I feel like it's one of those decks that I really need to develop an intimate relationship with. Some you can just get into right out the box, and I can to an extent, but I feel like there's so much depth in here that I want to explore that first. It's like, it reminds me a bit of that room in the Harry Potter, in Hogwarts, you know, where it's just all the stuff stored, that the deeper and deeper you go, you could just find more and more. I kind of feel like this with this for now. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. The other deck I'm working, oh, there's another one after this, but that I'm working through more sort of methodically, but not quite, is the Reclaim Oracle by Little Darkness, Maria. Is it Maria? Marion, sorry. I've worked my way through this. Many of the cards, I'm sort of grabbing one or two out every day or every couple of days, mostly every day, and incorporating it into my writing, where I explore the ideas and just deepen my... While I'm doing this, I'm sort of working out the place that it has for me. I just want to quickly dive in. I saw this the other day on a video. I think it was A Riffle in Time who suggested or mentioned that, I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but these two, and wowie kazowie, I kind of have to put it on hold. I'm determined to get through the Reclaim Oracle. You know, I want to finish what I've started. But look at that. Expression, play, spite, guide, hello, passion, express, protection, patience, control, feel, oh man, freedom, desire, inhibition, heal. Whoa, that's all I've got to say. Whoa. So I've got this many Reclaim. I've got a couple up here which are probably a bit confronting. I've got hate and boredom that came out. Well, I'm just sort of pulling them. I want to explore them all. So yeah, so I'm getting close. And last but not least, very not least, is the 100 Divinations for Uncertain Days. I still haven't trimmed it, but I will. An Almanac of Birds by Maria Popova. I have been pulling just one card. I feel overwhelmed by it as a deck. I can't really look through it, so I just pull one card out, put it away, put the cards that I've already used underneath the book, which I still haven't read. So I've worked through this many of the cards, contemplating them, and I think that is a practice that I could do for the rest of my life. So yeah, I'm looking for other bird decks to go with this. Actually, let's just pull one out for now. What have we got? Anger is merely pain screaming to be heard. Make-believe power that cages you into the victim part, the only refuge from which is to enter the ash-grey silence of the wound, with the sustained courage of suffering until you grow the quills of perseverance that wing you with real power. Very pertinent right now. Did I mention that I love you? And, you know, I'm sending all my love out there because, you know, far out. It's so easy to get caught up in all the shit and anger and whoa. So I just want to say I love you. Okay, I'm up to week 5 of The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and I am loving it. I will say that it feels like something that I could maybe work my way through annually. I do hold very closely to the, what's it called? Morning pages. Love it. More to come on that. I've been reading this, Narrative Means to Therapeutic Ends. Narrative therapy is my jam. As a counsellor, I can't say enough about this, so I will say more down the track when I get a chance and I know how to do videos. I hope that's something that you're interested in. By the way, I will potentially be changing the name of the channel. Have I already mentioned that? Sorry if I have. This is also, I've dipped in and out of this multiple times in my life, but, over the last few years. The Secret Life of Pronouns, What Our Words Say About Us by James Pennebaker, the god of therapeutic writing. And yeah, more to come. I've also been dipping into Anatomy of Spirit by Carolyn Meese. Really just sort of want to have a revisit to around chakras and just, thinking about things. I've been exploring Saturn. I think we've spoken about that in the past. 78 Degrees of Wisdom. I've been playing there again. I have also picked this up recently. This is a book that I fell in love with, an earlier version of this, when I was younger, and I read it basically cover to cover with an intention to, like a planned trip, which didn't eventuate for all the right reasons, so that's okay. But my son is getting close to finishing secondary school, so I think it's time to revisit. I won't be doing it as I initially planned, which was just all in one boot. I have young people. They're young adults, kind of teenagers, but people that I love beyond words at home. So I don't want to go for months and months on end at this stage of my life, but stages. We'll see how crazy this world gets in the next however long. I think what else was there? Oh, there's another narrative practice, which is more about collective narrative practice that I've been reading, apart from all the other stuff that I read with my studies. 2 units to go, 8 weeks off uni in the middle of the year. So that's pretty much it for me at the moment. I think I did well. Oh, I went hiking for 3 days at Wilson's Prom. I'll try and sneak a little photo in. My goodness, what a place. Maybe a couple of photos. My knee's not loving me. I've still got itchy spots where the leech bites were. But I would do it again in a heartbeat. And yeah, I feel like coming out of the bush made me realize that I was actually living in the real world there for a while, and now I've got to come back into this shit. So yeah, I just send you all my love and hope everyone's doing all right, and lean in on your cards and your practice and take good care of yourself. And I will be back. I've got a video idea that might require your input, and looking forward to connecting with you further over time. So sending you love and light. Bye.